Right now, the state GOP convention takes place in Appleton. Our Will Keneally is there. Hear what some of our state politicians have to say. Also, how a recently found limb in the suburbs of Chicago may be connected to a murder that took place right here in the Badger State. And we're following the celebration of the hard work of Girl Scouts from around the state for selling Girl Scout cookies. See which Scouts stood out amongst the pack. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Happening now, Wisconsin Republicans are meeting in Appleton for their annual state party convention. It comes amid a busy year for Republicans, as political reporter Will Keneally explains.
Hey, Jalen. Yeah, busier is right. Later this summer, Republicans from across the country will meet in Milwaukee for their national nominating convention. And oh yeah, there's that election coming up this fall. Now, throughout the day, we've heard how Republicans plan to tackle their election bids this fall. That includes Janesville Representative Brian Stile. Now, his district is one that Democrats are eyeing to take. He spoke with us for a one-on-one sit-down that you'll only see on News 3 Now. Do you anticipate a tough re-election fight this year?
In Wisconsin, if you're not running hard, you're in trouble. I spend a ton of time crisscrossing the district, talking to voters. I'm focused on going out and talking to voters about the things that they're talking about. Top two issues. One, so many families in Wisconsin can't afford the things that they need.
Now, Stile says that includes things like the economy and border security. We also heard from other big-name Republicans like Senator Ron Johnson on what this election this fall is going to look like. Stay with us throughout the night for the latest from this convention. Reporting from Appleton, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. We also have more insight from inside Dane County's delegation to the state party convention. You can see more this Sunday at 10:30 on For the Record. Well, it's been a beautiful day. Hopefully it's here to stay. With that, let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Jacob Manasano.
Yeah, tomorrow will be very similar to today in terms of temperatures and sunshine. But right now we are seeing a few showers and storms for a small portion of our area. Off to the west around Crawford County, there are a few showers and storms making its way through that area. And we may continue to see some of these pop-up showers and storms, especially for areas west and also areas north of Dane County. Now, north of our area entirely, just north of Juneau and Adams County, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for this system where we could see hail up to an inch in diameter and wind speeds up to 60 miles per hour, but this is out of our viewing area. However, it is possible that we do see a storm or two that produces severe level criteria throughout the evening. So looking at the forecast, the storms will continue to move from the northwest to the southeast, but they are going to dissipate a little bit as they get closer to Dane County, kind of after sunrise or sunset rather. And for the eastern and southern portion of our area, especially closer to Janesville, the chance of rain is very unlikely, and that also includes here in Dane County. But north and west of Dane County, we definitely could see some showers and storms, but the rain will be very brief and our entire area will be dry by the time we get to midnight. Now, looking at the current temperatures, 86 degrees still in Madison. This is the warmest day of the year so far, but it will likely be the warmest day of the year so far for the next couple of weeks, because we aren't going to see temperatures quite as warm as they were today over the next 10 days. I'll talk more in detail about that. And we have an alert day in the forecast for possible severe weather. All the details will be coming up a bit later.
All right, Jacob, we'll see you then. The Dane County Sheriff's Office says one person is dead after a crash in the town of Albion. Video from the scene shows Medflight airlifting another victim. It happened last night around 10:30 near the intersection of Wisconsin Highway 73 and Edgerton Road. Sheriff's Office confirming to News 3 Now the victim was a 39-year-old. They are not releasing their identity. A DeForest man accused of plotting to sexually assault and kill his former classmate in 2022 has pleaded no contest to a charge of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. 21-year-old Gabriel Savage was charged with 4 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide, attempted first-degree sexual assault of a child with a threat of force, and attempted first-degree sexual assault. Savage pleaded no contest to one of the attempted homicide charges, and the other charges were dismissed. Judge Josanne Reynolds accepted the plea and found Savage guilty, but not guilty due to mental disease or defect. An investigation is underway after a human arm was discovered in Illinois that may be tied to a murder in Wisconsin. According to the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, the arm was found Saturday night on a beach in Waukegan, Illinois. Investigators are now conducting DNA testing to determine if the female arm belongs to 19-year-old Sade Robinson. The Milwaukee woman disappeared after a first date on April 1st. The following day, Robinson's severed leg was found in a park, and more remains believed to have been hers were found in Milwaukee. Police have charged Maxwell Anderson in Robinson's death. Now to more local news. Who doesn't love Girl Scout cookies? There's a few that I enjoy, and every year, almost everywhere, there's lots of Girl Scouts in uniform on deck to sell the delicious box of cookies. For all their hard work and their amazing entrepreneurial spirit, they get a special day to celebrate. Today, hundreds of Badgerland Girl Scouts showed up at Brandenburg for VIP Cookie Day. And with over 570 Girl Scouts earning the moniker of top cookie seller, meaning that many of the girls sold over 600 boxes of cookies. And amongst the Girl Scouts, there were 39 who were tip-top sellers, meaning they sold more than 2,024 boxes. That's a lot of boxes of cookies.
We are just so pleased at the work that they've done. These are just amazing girls. They're entrepreneurs. They're really doing things that they are enjoying, and that's what happens when they sell cookies.
We'd like to give a special shout out to one Girl Scout, Willow Wales, a fourth grader from Janesville. She sold 7,214 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, which is way more than any other Girl Scout in the state. Well, good job, Willow, and all the other Scouts out there. As a kid, I often thought about what I wanted to be when I grew up. A doctor, lawyer, singer, maybe even a news anchor. Today, Kids Building Wisconsin set out to inspire and encourage kids' interest in construction with their 10th annual event dedicated to the construction industry.
We are at our 10th annual Kids Building Wisconsin event focused on the skilled trades and getting kids in early to get real-life hands-on experience with all the careers in construction.
Held at McKee Farms in Fitchburg, it was a fun-filled day of learning with over 50 interactive exhibits. It was a great way to show families the exciting potential that a career in construction has to offer. Earlier today in Madison, Early Childhood Action needed child care changemakers, amongst others, held a statewide rally for child care funding on the Capitol steps. Overlooking State Street, their goal is to raise awareness about the child care crisis and advocate for improvement in what they say and believe is a flawed system.
There are families who are paying upwards of $1,700 a month for child care for infants. And imagine if you add 1 or 2 kids to that. Folks are having kids kind of around the same time. It's absolutely unaffordable. It's egregious how much the cost of care is, but at the same time, child care workers are not seeing those wages.
The groups are working on creating an economic system that invests in child care labor, just like any other industry, to provide quality and safe child care. May is Older Americans Month, where the nation takes time to honor the most seasoned among us. Reporter Ken Kursorowski introduces us to a woman who has been keeping her hobby alive for almost 7 decades now. Ken has a story from Onalaska, Wisconsin.
Lucy Lindsay is Lady of the Lanes at Cooley Golf Bowl.
I'm 91.
She's lacing up on Wednesdays, either for fun or for a local league.
Would you say you were probably the veteran of the group?
I think so. I don't swim and I don't golf, so it's an outing. It's something to do.
Something she's been doing in lacrosse leagues since she was 29.
When you turn 70, you become a Grand Duchess and you get a little crown.
So we should have been calling you Grand Duchess Lucy this whole time.
And since the late 70s, she's had a special teammate by her side.
I get to do it with my niece.
77-year-old Marlon Valley.
She's my best lady friend, not counting my 6 sisters.
In their heyday, a darn good bowling league duo.
This is one year I had a 236 game, and that was the high game for the year.
We ran about the same scores most of the time.
These days,
now we're happy if we break 100.
Hope the ball goes straight. Lately it hasn't been doing that.
But Lucy still gets the edge.
She's bowling with one eye and she beats me 3/4 of the time.
She's not kidding. Lucy's getting triple-digit scores with macular degeneration in her left eye.
Right now, I can see that there's a person there, but I couldn't tell you it was a man or a woman.
But don't worry, she's got a system.
White pins, you got the white pins with the dark background. Like I said, I shoot at the pins.
It's more than enough to bowl better with one eye than most of us can with 2.
Lucy Maryland recently finished up a season in the happy hour bowling lane with ladies of all ages. They took home the Most Improved Award. And coming up next on News 3 Now at 6, it is a weekend of campaign events for the two presidential contenders. President Joe Biden is looking to shore up support after recent polling shows him trailing former President Donald Trump in several swing states. And our Will Keneally brings us more from the state GOP convention. The full breakdown tonight at 10.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Bath started with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. And now we want 30 homeowners who call and receive free installation on a new bath or shower with no interest and no payments till 2026. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What?
And when our phones have turned us into this,
LT,
what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It is a weekend of campaign events for the two presidential contenders. As CBS's Christian Benavides reports, President Joe Biden is looking to shore up support after recent polling shows him trailing former President Donald Trump in several swing states.
With Election Day less than 6 months away, President Joe Biden is focusing on reaching young voters and black voters. Polling this week by the New York Times, Philadelphia Inquirer, and Siena College shows him trailing Trump in 5 key swing states, including in the battleground state of Georgia. Yolanda Hutchings voted for Biden in 2020.
I see people being angry. You know, they're angry at Biden, they're angry at Trump. And that's what's so scary about the future is that are people going to just not even vote at all?
On Saturday, the president stopped by an Atlanta restaurant to speak with supporters and campaign volunteers.
My opponent's not a good loser, but he's a loser.
On Sunday, he plans to deliver the commencement at Atlanta's Morehouse College, one of the nation's top historically black colleges, and later travel to Detroit to attend an NAACP dinner.
Free Palestine!
At Morehouse, he's also facing threats of protests over Israel and Gaza.
We don't want politics, and we definitely don't want Biden coming to speak politics.
Protesters gathered Saturday in Dallas ahead of former President Donald Trump's appearance at the National Rifle Association meeting, where the NRA endorsed Trump and where he urged gun owners to head to the polls.
I heard it a few weeks ago that if the gun owners voted, we would swamp them at levels that nobody's ever seen before. So I think you're a rebellious bunch, but let's be rebellious and vote this time, okay?
It was a break from his hush money criminal trial in New York, where possible VP picks and GOP allies made a stop this week. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
Next on News 3 Now at 6, what a new report says about Gen Zers and their credit card spending, how often it is for the generation to max out their cards, and a full look at your First One forecast when we return.
Dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Mad City Baths, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. American-made baths and showers infused with Microban antimicrobial protection. Plus, with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, receive a free design consultation and lock your price in for 1 year. And now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 30 homeowners will receive special savings with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2026. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate from Mad City. Be sure to have your zip code and location ready to qualify. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Obamacare is a disaster. We want to terminate it.
That would mean over 100 million Americans will lose protections for pre-existing conditions.
President Biden has protected the Affordable Care Act and lowered healthcare costs for millions by $800 a year. Now, he'll make those savings permanent.
Healthcare should be a basic right. Folks, he's coming for your healthcare, and we're not going to let it happen. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can capture all the moments that make summer, summer. Like driving a RAV4 to wade in a waterfall.
Nice.
Cruising to play mini golf in a Camry. Or taking a Tundra to the beach.
You're not going to leave me here, are you?
Right now, get a new 2024 Tundra with 1.99% APR for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash back. See your local Toyota dealer today.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
About 1 in 7 Generation Z credit card borrowers have maxed out their credit card limit. That's from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, which also says credit card delinquencies have surpassed pre-pandemic levels and continue to rise. The Fed says part of the reason Gen Z borrowers are maxed out is because they have much lower credit limits. Many younger Americans haven't had the time to build credit histories and credit scores that would let them borrow more. Many are crushed by college loans and rising inflation as well. The Fed says there's a direct link between high credit card debt and then falling behind on payments. Switching gears now, let's get a look at your first warned forecast with meteorologist Jacob Montesano. Jacob.
Thanks, Jalen. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know. We are going to see another warm day Sunday, but after the Sunday sun, we are going to see some stormy weather for Monday and Tuesday. And Tuesday, we have an alert day in the forecast. And after the storms, temperatures won't be quite as warm, but they're still going to be comfortable. This time of year, even the cooler days are fairly comfortable. Now, looking at the current radar, we are still seeing some of those showers and storms far to the west for our western portions of our area. Still expect to see some of these showers and storms continue to move to the east-southeast over the next several hours. There is a small chance that some of these storms could be severe, but overall, we're going to just see some mild storms. Could be severe, especially up north towards Watoma. But in general, these storms are going to just produce some light to moderate rain for a brief period of time, and they are going to dissipate as they move to the southeast. So Dane County and areas to the south and also areas to the east, unlikely to see any showers today. And as I mentioned, even if it does rain, it will be very brief, and our entire area should be dry by the time we get to midnight. Now here's a look at the forecast for tomorrow. It's going to be another warm day. Highs will be near 80. Plenty of sun, but good things don't last forever, unfortunately. We are expecting some showers and storms Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday is the alert day where we are expecting some strong to severe storms for our entire area. Right now, all hazards are possible, but we'll have a little more details on which hazards are more likely as the storm gets closer. But this is the severe weather outlook for Monday. Now, Monday, we don't have an alert day in the forecast because it does look like Tuesday will be the stronger of 2 days, but it is important to point out that we could see some severe weather on Monday as well. So this is the forecast starting Sunday evening As I mentioned, we're not going to see any rainfall tomorrow, but we are going to see some of those showers and storms move in overnight tomorrow into Monday. And throughout the day on Monday, we could see some pop-up showers and storms. Not going to be as strong as the storms on Tuesday, but Tuesday, we are going to see dry conditions for the first half of the day. So Monday, we could see rain all day. Tuesday, not going to see that rainfall till the late afternoon, evening, but the rain will likely be a bit heavier and the storms could be a bit stronger. Again, Tuesday does look like to be one of the more severe days that we've had in quite a while. So we are looking at plentiful rainfall and possibly a few very strong storms. But again, we'll have more details on Tuesday's alert day as it gets closer. But right now, it is looking like it could be a very severe day across southern Wisconsin. Now, looking at the total precipitation from the rainfall Monday and Tuesday, we could be seeing over an inch of rainfall, but overall, the most rain looks to stay to the west of Dane County out near Iowa and Minnesota. Now, looking at the 10-day forecast, as I talked about, temperatures will be a bit cooler after the storms, but still going to see high temperatures near 70, maybe upper 60s a few days, but overall, it is going to be very comfortable. We also have a few other chances of rainfall towards the end of the 10-day forecast, but with temperatures not being terribly warm, right now we're expecting mostly showers. So once again, Tuesday at this point, it does look like it could be a pretty active day, especially for the southwestern portion of the state. We'll have a little bit more on that as it gets closer, but right now we are looking at the possibility of several severe storms that day.
I know we got some, some spotty weather on the horizon, but today, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, unfortunately, a few areas are getting a little bit of a blemish in that because there are those storms. But tomorrow, enjoy the weather tomorrow, especially if you like the warm temperatures. It will be like today, but just a tad bit cooler. And honestly, today was just a little too warm for me. I'm not a huge fan of 80s and 90s. I'll stick in the 70s, but it's still going to be a pretty nice day overall tomorrow.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Jacob. Still ahead, how one former Wisconsin hockey coach is giving back to the Madison community. That and more coming up in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Attention homeowners, time is running out to call Mad City Baths as we look for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Choose from premium wall patterns including Canyon, Rock, Othello, and Evo, or a new walk-in tub with hydrotherapy. In addition to baths, Mad City is also your trusted source for Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Last chance to call during this program to be one of 30 homeowners who receive promotional pricing with free installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments till 2026. Senior and military discounts. And remember, it's your last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Zip code and location are important. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you want is all within reach. Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse Limited models. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
You can't just pull up to a drive-thru and order perfectly tender brisket that's been slow smoking over hickory wood for 13 hours. Actually, Arby's just lied. You totally can. Arby's, we have the meat.
I would like to tell you about the man I love, Eric, who is running for the U.S. Senate. A fourth-generation Wisconsinite, he started his first business in his 20s and then built and turned around over a dozen companies, creating thousands of good-paying jobs. He believes in the American dream, and he wants it to be possible for everyone. Above all, Eric is a man of integrity. These are the qualities I want in a U.S. Senator to fight for Wisconsin. How about you?
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. Monday at 10, toxic water poisoned families at a military base. Now, a local veteran shares his struggles applying for government help. for his sick wife. They're fighting it. I'm looking for answers to why these toxic water denials keep happening. Monday at 10.
Today was the big day, the 6th annual Casting for Kids fishing tournament. Of course, founded by former Wisconsin hockey coach Marco Sicchi, 80 boats buoy the waters of Madison looking to reel in the most fish. And of course, you could not have asked for a nicer day for this event. And just about every fisher hauled in just about every fish in Madison's 5 lakes. But the more important part, they kept raising money for the Carbone Cancer Center afterwards at a silent auction. That is why Mark does this. He told me he gets so excited to help his community, he still gets those game day jitters.
I think what's most rewarding, again, working with the people and seeing the people. Again, they're phenomenal. That's what this thing's all about. But you see kids coming through here right now that have been affected by things at the Children's Hospital, different diseases, cancer, and you're seeing them, and you see the effects, potentially what our awareness. We're not raising that much money yet, but the awareness certainly is going to help. And Jeff Sanger said it best. No one went through the Children's Hospital and the Cancer Center, and he's a survivor. And our little bit that we're doing here helps. It really helps.
Joe Pavelski has played in 195 career playoff games. That's tied for the NHL record for a player who has not won the Stanley Cup. Ryan Suter, well, he's logged the most career minutes for an active player who also hasn't won the Stanley Cup. But the pair of former Badgers got that much closer last night, beating the Colorado Avalanche in double overtime with this game winner. Watch the brilliant pass from Joe Pavelski to set up the goal. We'll get it one more time. 16 just kind of tips it out, and it is a GOAL. The former Badgers are moving on to the Western Finals together, and it feels so good. Here's Pavelski on the play.
Just a battle. You know, caught Dutch kind of the corner of my eye on the side and just tried to get it out there. And, you know, for me, in that you're battling and, you know, it gets out to him and you kind of just, I just got an eye on the net and it was nice to see it going. Yeah, it means the dream's still alive. That's what it means.
Beloit College's second straight trip to the NCAA D3 baseball tournament unfortunately ended short today. They lost each of their first 2 games in their regional, with today's loss against Transylvania University ending a fantastic season. Meanwhile, in Whitewater, things could not be going much better. With an absolute blowout win, that may be an understatement today, they move on to the final day of the regional undefeated with a 20-3 win. That means that they can lose a game tomorrow, but as long as they win one, they will advance. And we will finish here because you have to see this. At the PGA Championship yesterday, Adam Hadwin's club, it ended up in the pond. I think he could figure out how. He was going to leave it there until this fan said not so fast. So he stripped down, plunged in, grabbed Hadwin's club, and returned it good as new. I got to say, Jalen and Jacob, it's a good move by that kid. I respect it, but my one question, why did he leave his socks on? That seems bizarre to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to strip down to that extent, you might as well take the socks off, because now you can't really put your shoes back on. Look, I'm a fan of a lot of people, but I don't know if I'd go that far to
I will say this. A lot of people always say that, oh, I'm your #1 fan. I think it's safe to say that is, what was the golfer's name? That's his #1
Definitely
fan for
his
sure.
#1 fan. Well, Jacob, we got some stuff going on in weather.
Yeah,
what should we expect?
Enjoy the weather Sunday, but it's going to be stormy Monday and Tuesday.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock, and as always, let's make it a great evening.